Hey everyone, it's Herky the Hawk here. As you know, this marks a very special year in television. 50 years of Sesame Street. And we at House of Random People want to share some of our favorite Sesame Street moments. My favorite Sesame Street moment would probably have to do with Big Bird, because he was one of the very first Muppets to be on Sesame Street, and he got to know the world through, well, not just his large size, but also by the differences by people around him. And he's a very happy-go-lucky bird, and he's proud to be the way he is, and that's a lesson that we all could learn these days. Happy 50th, Sesame Street! My favorite Sesame Street moment would have to do with the old song Monster in the Mirror. It's a very nice song, and it showed Grover that even if you see a monster in the mirror, don't do things that you wouldn't want to see it do, because it turns out that it could be you. Happy 50th! Being someone from outer space, those Martian aliens always seem to keep things interesting. They would learn how to make words and say them, as well as give examples of what the words are like. And they're pretty recognizable too. Yep, 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 yep. Happy 50th anniversary, Sesame Street! Perhaps the memorable Sesame Street moment I have is when Slimy, Oscar's worm, took part in the Worm Cup. He had determination, but one word was teasing him. And at one point, Slimy pushed that worm, thus costing him the Worm Cup. But Oscar gave a pep talk to Slimy, telling him to show good sportsmanship, and that is just what Slimy did. I commend Sesame Street for 50 years of being on television, and I hope that the next 50 years are just as memorable as the last. Even though I was new to the whole world, I got to know Julia, the Muppet who has autism. It's very powerful to me because the creator of Pokemon also has autism, and it shows people that you can be friends with any type of person, no matter what they have or what they will look like. I hope to see Julia for many more years to come, and have a great 50th anniversary, Sesame Street. Hey, it's me, Red. I learned a long time ago that it's okay to be angry. There have been plenty of scenarios on Sesame Street where somebody did get angry and they learned to deal with it in a better way. By talking it out with others, taking deep breaths, or doing whatever makes them feel good. But you can't keep this bird from being angry at those pigs. But I digress. Happy 50th anniversary, Sesame Street! My favorite Sesame moment is probably something to do with, those jungle and pool letter segments. It was always so mysterious. You never know what's gonna pop out of the trees or out from those bubbles. It looks like something scary at first, but it turns out it's just the letter of the day. I'd like to know how they came up with the designs for those letters, if you don't mind me asking. Happy 50th birthday, Sesame Street! We love you! If I were to pick a favorite Sesame moment, it would probably have to be with Kermit the Frog. All those new segments that he did, some of them funny, some of them could have used a little work, but Kermit the Frog is Kermit the Frog. While he may not be on Sesame Street anymore, he set the path for the Muppets that were on there. And if it weren't for him, Sesame Street probably wouldn't be where it is right now. Happy 50th! Oh, by the way, I'm doing golf and my goal is to shoot your age, Sesame Street. So I can't wait till you turn 100. Hello, Sesame Street. I think that my favorite memory has to be the time where you parodied Donald Trump. It was a fantastic story, and it goes to show that in today's world, people can still fight for what they believe in. And while it may take a lot of convincing for the real guy, you really showed your stuff against that grump. I'm sure he didn't last. Happy 50th. Continue on your path to greatness. You earned it. Hey there, Sesame Street. It's your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I like to say that your own version of Spider-Man the musical really blew me away. Grover and Mr. Johnson are the comedy duo that will never die. Of course, there were other Grover and Mr. Johnson moments that I can talk about, but then again, that would probably take a long time. Happy 50th birthday! My favorite Sesame Street moment is probably the time when Abby Cadabby first moved to Sesame Street. She didn't know anyone at first, but she got to know quite a lot of people ever since. In fact, when I hit a milestone along with my brothers, I kind of felt the same way. Happy 50th, Sesame Street! From the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Cowabunga! Sesame Street, you have been a part of my life for many, many years. And as someone with autism, you have taught me so much, and I've grown as a human. And my grandma bought books from you guys and taught me how to communicate again. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be where I'm at. And how you connect with people with autism and many different backgrounds, it blows me away. So, you look great for 50. Even though we've lost a few cast members in the past, I don't think Sesame Street will ever be off the air. And if I may, to conclude this video, I'd like to give a special song to pay homage to you guys. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get how to get to Sesame Street. Come and play, everything's A-OK. Friendly neighbors there, that's where we meet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? It's a magic carpet ride. Every door will open wide to happy people like you. Happy people like, what a beautiful sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet. Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? 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 Yeah! Come on! How to get to Sesame Street? Oh yeah. Here's to many more.